Get ready. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Start. Madam Vice Chairman, it is rather unfortunate that on a subject like this, where the lives of millions of our countrymen are affected, we have to go by the limitations of time in offering our remarks, as a result of which I will not take the House to the various details which I would have liked to do. I would like to compress my remarks in as short a space as possible. Madam, the lot of the finance minister is not a happy one. If he receives bouquets from one side, he gets brickbats from the other. Our country is occupying such a crucial position in the underdeveloped countries of the world that every action of the finance minister will have repercussions not only in this country but outside the country as well. We have chosen the path of economic development in a planned manner, but as you are aware, economic development in an undeveloped economy has to pass through very critical and trying times. The resources which are available to a developed economy, industrialized economy, are not available to a country like ours. That puts a limitation on our efforts to utilize the resources, the limited resources that are available to us, to the best advantage possible. In the light of these factors, we have to judge the budget proposals that are before the House for discussion. We have also to consider one very important factor, and that is what were the economic conditions prevailing in the preceding year, because these are the things which will condition our action in future. The finance minister in his budget speech has given a review of the economic conditions prevailing in the country during the preceding year. It is no use denying the fact that last year we were rather unhappy. There was a shortfall in agricultural production. There was also an overall shortfall in industrial production. In view of those factors, we might be tempted to take a pessimistic view, but as you are aware, agricultural production in this country has to solely depend to a large extent on the vagaries of the monsoon. Even though our cultivated area in acreage is larger than the cultivated area in China, our production is less than that of China. One of the most important reasons is that the cultivated area under irrigation in India is 21%. In our country, still we are not utilizing modern techniques of production, but it is heartening to note that during the last 5 years or so, our consumption of fertilizers is increasing. Even then, without the assistance of irrigation, our agriculture production is not likely to improve. Similarly, we had a shortfall in industrial production. The reasons are many, but one of the dominant factors which is now controlling our industrial production is the availability of raw materials. We have to depend on raw materials from outside countries, and our foreign exchange resources do not permit us to import as many raw materials as we might desire. These are the factors which have impeded the growth of our industrial production, which in turn has affected the national income as such. Although last year the national income might not have increased, at least it had remained at the same level as that of 1986-87. A point was made by my honorable friend that the per capita income is going down. It is no doubt a fact that there is a slight fall in the per capita income in this country, but the reasons are quite obvious. Therefore, naturally, with the level of income, it is bound to show a fall in per capita income. These are factors which we have to bear in mind in order to chalk out the future course of action. Madam, no development can take place unless we are prepared to work hard, unless we are prepared to make sacrifices. Today in our country, so far as the financial resources are concerned, I can say with justifiable pride that our performance in raising the resources has actually exceeded the targets which were set before us by the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission in the 6th 5-year plan had fixed a target of rupees 850 crores to be raised by additional taxation. According to the appraisal of the 6th 5-year plan published by the Planning Commission, we have, really speaking, raised rupees 900 crores. Therefore, from the point of view of making revenue available to the states for the purpose of implementing the plan, it cannot be shifted to the shoulders of the people in the sense that they have not given the resources which were fixed by the Planning Commission. Under the circumstances, a natural question can be asked: what is the reason why our economy is not picking up? The reason was given in the appraisal that during the 2 years which were under review in that report, they had come to the conclusion